The former Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, has called on the youth to reject agents of division and exclusion and focus on shared values in an era increasingly defined by identity politics. Governor Babajide Sanwo Olu also urged the youth not to give up when faced with unfulfilled expectations, but remain determined to become a transformative leader in the future. They both spoke at the Lagos Leadership Summit 2025, held in the Lekki area of the state. Please take a look.
What I stopped was...
The Lagos Leadership Summit is one of the flagship events of the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy, which serves as a transformative platform that brings together young, visionary leaders to drive Nigeria's rebirth. The second edition of the summit, which was launched in 2024, had in attendance the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo Olu, former Governor Babatunde Fashola, State Executive Council members, and traditional leaders who took part in the leadership conversation.
Thank you.
The Executive Secretary of the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy sets the tone for the discussions.
Governor Babajide Sanwo Olu had a vision, a dream, to reimagine the future of governance by investing in the young, the bold, the brilliant. He created the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy to be that bridge, the place where ambition meets structure, where talent is honed into transformation. Today, we've incubated over 60 fellows, another 30 on the way. Because this summit is the echo of that original vision. It is proof that something born out of foresight can scale into something generational. Generations will hear of this. The Lagos Leadership Summit is not another gathering. It's a call, it's a movement. It's a reckoning of possibilities. We bridge generational gaps because the future cannot exist in isolation of the past.
Governor Sanwo Olu engages the audience on how to create a legacy from your leadership by designing systems that work without you.
Leadership, it's all about ensuring that it's not about you, it's about a generation even that is coming behind you. It's not about your immediate gain, it's about the life of the people that do not even have the opportunity of being in the room, and you are taking those decisions on their behalf. And you are taking a decision that will change their life positively and will impact their life positively. It's about ensuring that it is the greatest good for the greatest number. It's not about what you personally want to benefit from. It's about what the entire generality of the people that have donated that power to you will benefit from. So it's ensuring that indeed the future becomes a bit more predictable for them. You also need to be able to take a bit of risk. It could be calculated, it could be a bit of good luck, but take it, never be too scared about the deep end. The deep end might actually just be a starting point for you to rediscover yourself. Once you are able to, be very courageous, be very discerning, and be very forthright, about what you believe, what your standards, what your principles are, please go for it. Stay on the side of truth at all times. It might be difficult, it might be painful, but it will help you further down the line. They say talk is cheap, but hey, sometimes we all need to say these things and act it and believe in. It's not an easy life, it's not an easy world, I would not kid you, but believe me, it's not about, being the strongest person. Sometimes it's about just empathy, it's about love, it's about understanding that we're all in this together, and once we hold ourselves, hand in hand, we all come out stronger at the end of the day.
This opens discussions further and leads the next speaker, former Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola, leaving the audience imagining what will happen when leadership leaves people behind.
We are having this conversation in this leadership forum at a time when identity politics is gaining global ascendancy. Whether you are old, whether you are young, I urge you, please turn your backs on these agents of division. Turn your backs on these agents of exclusion. Turn your back on the agents of hate and turn your back on the agents of vitriol. Their disposition will not enrich our civilization. I am very clear about that. On the contrary, they are going to endanger our civilization. And young people have the greatest to lose if the human civilization is threatened. A place to look for direction about those things that bring us together, about our common values. One good place to look is a document that has been much criticized, highly criticized document. We've criticized this document as if it has no redeeming quality. But surprisingly, there are very interesting things in that document. And I don't know how many of us have read the 1999 Constitution. The Nigerian state, the Nigerian people in the 1999 Constitution, years before 2010, have made equality, inclusion, participation the touchstone of the existence of the Nigerian state. 14.3 talks about federal character, and I think that's the one we are much more familiar with. And it is something around that federal character that happened in Scotland, where they were trying to get more women in. But as far back as 1999, and perhaps if you go back to 1979, from which this constitution was copied, these things have been in our constitution. And it's talking about national character and the need to promote national unity and to command national loyalty and to ensure that there is no predominance, and that is the word, predominance by any persons from a few states or from any ethnic group over others.
Royal fathers also speak on the best ways to unite tradition and youths for nation building.
We have to go back to the drawing board. Then, of course, history. If you don't know your past, how do you operate in the present time or even forecast, the future? So you'll be lost. You are neither here nor there.
To me, this is a call to action. Government has a major role to play. Religious bodies have a major role to play. Even we parents, do we even let our children know our culture and tradition? Do they know about their roots? Do they know about their heritage? It's a major challenge for us.
It's actually cool to come back to your roots and all what God and your parents have put in you that you've seen all over the world, you can bring it back home with your unique base and show your other peers that this is what gives us the advantage that we have in this world. We cannot try to, even when we're trying to build the Nigerian democracy, we cannot try to do it like the West. It is from home.
Courtesy of governor, she's harassed me. Last year was 2, she has pushed me to do it to 5. Each one of them will get a 5 million naira support.
And the moment everyone has been waiting for, Governor Sanwo Olu announces the 5 lucky winners of the Award for Social Impact, who receive 5 million naira each for touching lives through various projects. The take-home message for the youth, according to the state government, is to stay focused and acquire skills that will help them drive sustainable impact in their various communities and beyond.